last game back on March the 9th. But he's good to go. And so are the rest of us as this game is underway. The Canadiens dumping it into the Flyers zone. Dan Vladar will set it along the boards. Knocked down by winger Josh Anderson. And the Canadiens look to go to work on the forecheck. Struble trying to keep it into the point. Could not. Sanheim pokes it past him. And here's Carl Grundstrom. He's got help. Grundstrom moving up. The shot. And it deflected away. Couturier was looking to go back door. Now the other way. The Canadiens. 3-on-2 developing. And Alexander Texier takes the shot. And that ends up going off the glass. He's paired again with Drysdale. Jamie Drysdale. Trevor Zegras after the puck there. Playing in NHL game number 300. Quick shot off the turnover by Caulfield. Denied by Vladar. Suzuki. Back out to Lane Hudson. Into the corner for Bolduc. He's doing some rough treatment there by Andre. The puck up the wall though. Kept in by Hudson. Got it in the slot for Caulfield. He waits. He holds. He fires. Vladar the glove save. And he will squeeze it.
Great save there by Vladar on Caulfield, who is...
Got it to Brink. Brink couldn't hang on it. Bounces back to the point. Comes this way for Ristolainen. Quick shot. And the save made by Fowler. Flyers looking for a deflection there. Cam York center point. Will take the shot. Save. Rebound. Save. Another rebound comes across. Beachcroft a shot. Went off a skate and wide. That's what Rick Tocchet wants to see. Get the shots through and then go for those rebounds. Want to hear the roar of the crowd. They get loud here. Vladar tips that puck, but it's controlled by Demidov, who walks to the side, fires, and it went off of Vladar. I'm not sure if it cut iron too, but it stayed out.
The penalty was taken. Demidov off the outside of the post crossbar.
Flyers get to this puck. Konecny trying to work away from Hudson. Goes across, Sanheim leans into it. Save made by Fowler. Taken down in front was the Dvorak penalty. Flyers will get another power play. Got it back out off of Konecny to York. Across ice, Sanheim with some room. Takes a look, fires, but missed the target. In fact, skips off the glass. He goes out of play. Drops it off for Brink. Out to tip it and across for Drysdale. Now Zegras. Two great power play assists in that game. Back to Drysdale. Shot save made Fowler. And he's able to cover. Dvorak's back to pick it up. This pass to Konecny. Drilling at his own line and then getting it to the Canadiens line. But Dvorak could not get it through. Here's Anderson off of the right side. Across it comes. Shot. Texier score. Alexander Texier waiver pickup.
A nice fit here in Montreal in the last couple of games. The Flyers not able to get the puck in deep, and that fuels the transition the other way. And Texier able to get a leg up on Konecny. And he's right in a prime scoring area. As he's, look where he is. I mean, he's inside the slot. He rips it past Dan Vladar.
Outstanding in shootouts too, another part of his repertoire. Flyers intercept this one and Sanheim moves up. Plays it off on the right side behind Tippett. Couturier gets it back to Tippett. In from the shot, they score! Flyers again with one of those immediate responses. It's Carl Grundstrom who continues to contribute offensively for the Flyers. And just like that, it's tied at 1.
He's played some good hockey here in recent games. The Flyers have terrific puck movement here. Tippett typically looks like he'd shoot from that area, but an underrated passer. He sees Grundstrom sneaking in that back door and put it right on his tape. Great finish, great pass.
Issues keeping the puck out of their net in the second period. We'll see if the Flyers can take advantage of that. And York gives that puck to Owen Tippett, who backhands it across ice. It'll make its way. Get to it. Dvorak to Konecny into the slot. Zegras turns with it. And now Andre to reach back. In front it goes. The shot. Konecny and the save by Fowler. Away from it. Now the puck deflects right back to Demidov. Centers it in front. Kapanen with the net. Then it comes back in and a save off of Slavkovsky by Vladar. Puck is flipped up and out of play, but it deflected, so no penalty.
Some pretty good offensive players here with some good opportunities. Slavkovsky does a good job of winning that puck. Just pokes it forward and Kapanen the opportunity. Then Demidov right there. You see Slavkovsky just pokes it. And Demidov not able to elevate on that short side.
Back across. Hudson didn't get that cleanly. Plays it off the wall to Suzuki. Back out Demidov. Demidov looks for the redirection. It went in on goal. Vladar to make the save. Canadiens really set up in the offensive zone here. Slavkovsky around behind. Demidov could not handle that pass. He races over to get to it. Tries to make a move. Flyers are on it and have a 2-on-1. Zegras and Konecny. Konecny holds to Zegras. In on goal. He scores! In his 300th game. Zegras, a 4-game goal streak, and the Flyers take a 2-1 lead.
Right by the stick, but the Flyers do a good job here of just taking time and space away and breaking up the play. Demidov with the turnover, and the Flyers off to the races. And you can see how Zegras is so slick at just finding the 5-hole. It seems like it would be an easy thing to do, but oftentimes when guys get in this situation, they kind of panic. They want to go upstairs, but Zegras has that shot down where he kind of disguises it.
And he just seems to be getting better and better. This puck floats to center. Evans got it through. Andre is the shot by Texas, saved by Vladar. Boxed it around, but he did.
Drysdale pinches, so Dvorak's back as a safety valve. Andre turns it over, and that could have been some trouble. But fortunately, that's why you pay goal. Tough play for Andre. I mean, it's a bouncing puck. I'd like to see him maybe grab it with his hand, but
Zegras moving in. Zegras deeks, goes to the backhand, and then got checked, dumped. And the Canadiens have all kinds of numbers going the other way. Beck with the puck, flips it in front. Gallagher, save made by Vladar.
And this one here, cutting to the middle of the ice, takes a hit from Brendan Gallagher, and that feeds a transition for the Canadiens. Ristolainen was jumping in.
It is Suzuki the other way on the left side for Caulfield. Back to Suzuki into the middle. Bolduc shot, save made. The rebound comes back out in front, but it finds Bobby Brink. Will hoist it out through center. And now carrying on, Bolduc across, hoping for Caulfield. Caulfield around behind the net. Dobson up on the play, centers it in front. The shot, and Suzuki denied, and it goes out of play. I don't know if he fired it there. Maybe Vladar got a piece, but it stayed out.
Canadiens able to get it deep, work from below the goal line, and right off the shoulder of Vladar is what I thought it was. I don't think it hit crossbar.
Either shoulder or crossbar.
Yeah.
Couturier comes in as well. Ristolainen will get the puck to Sealer. Looking for Michkov. He redirects it ahead to Tippett. Into the final minute of this second period. Tippett just dumps the puck in as the Flyers will make another change. Foul, let the puck stolen by Michkov in front. They score! Bobby Brink off the theft behind the net. And the Flyers are now ahead 3-1.
Back-breaking goals to give up. The Flyers get it in. Fowler thinks he's got time. He's having trouble getting it off the wall, and a little bit of a mix-up. Hard to know what the communication was between he and his defenseman. He thought someone was coming from behind Hudson to come pick it up, except that wasn't Hudson. That was Matvei Michkov, who finds Brink, and Brink puts it home. But a huge mistake by the young. Makes no mistake in finding Bobby Brink. Brink's 9th of the season, and that has given the Flyers a comfortable 2-goal lead as they try and hang on to it with 20 to go.
Flyers have been a very good third-period team this year. Going backwards, and Drysdale misses it. And here it's centered in front. Tip and a save by Vladar, and then he follows it. He lost his stick, but he batted it up over the net as it hopped up in the air.
Here, Canadiens able to take advantage of Flyers' mistakes in their own zone as far as getting it out, and Vladar has to make this save with his right elbow, and then he's able to knock it over the net.
Now he spins again. Dvorak trying to stay with him. Easier said than done. Cross wide open. Slafkovsky fired it in front, and it was knocked away. Another shot. Hudson stopped by Vladar.
And Dan Vladar has to come up with a couple of good saves right here. The first one kicks out the rebound, and then Hudson finds the rebound, and Vladar quickly gets across.
There's Hudson to the Philadelphia line off of the right side. Comes back across for Dobson to Suzuki, who fires, saved by Vladar. Another shot was stopped as Bolduc fired from the angle. Vladar covered up. Vladar far too busy. That bears watching. Here's Slafkovsky to the Philadelphia line. Flyers let him enter. They get it off to Hudson for the shot. And it didn't go as Vladar was backing in. Flyers look a little disjointed here. The shot by Dobson goes wide. Still out there as the puck is down. Couturier able to play it back. Ristolainen after it there. Hard up the wall for Dvorak. Dvorak teed it up for Couturier. Couturier dropped it back to Dvorak. Across to Konecny. Fires for the empty net and scores! Perfect work from face-off to goal there by the Flyers. And they make it 4-1. Konecny, the empty net goal.
To exit, perfectly executed. And Konecny able to finish it off with the long-range shot. And, you know, in this game, in this third period, the Flyers had to rely on their goaltender, and nobody
by Cates, who takes him into the wall, deposits him. Puck comes out in front. Andre couldn't control it, and the save made by Vladar off of Gallagher.